So I'd like to know where you got the notion. Said I'd like to know where you got the notion to rock the boat, rock the boat, rock the boat, rock the boat. Our love is like a ship on the ocean. We've been sailing with a cargo full of love and devotion. So I'd like to know where you got the notion. Said I'd like to know where you got the notion to rock the boat, rock the boat, rock the boat, rock the boat.
Previous on Memphis Actors Talking About.
Today, we're going to be talking about improvisation, and that's going to be our subject today. Joining me here in the theater, I have some local actors from the theater community who's going to be doing some improvisation exercises. But first, I have the dating game.
What would a romantic evening with you be like?
Well, a romantic evening with me would take place in my hometown, which is Hollywood. And we would make love in front of the Hollywood sign on each letter, starting with the H and ending with the D. And then we would go back to my place, where I would have a camera set up in each room, including the bedroom and the bathroom, of which I just purchased a new shower rod.
I love to get swept away. How would you sweep me away?
Well, first of all, I think I got something special for you out of my trunk of my car. I think it would look nice on you. A little special jewelry called a collar. I got some change too. I should just lead you out and really sweep you away my way.
Okay. I love Saturday morning cartoons. What type of things do you like to do on Saturday morning?
Well, see, what we gonna do is we gonna go out there to the hen house and pick some eggs first. And then I'm gonna bring them back down, we'll go there and kill that cow. And when we finish killing the cow, we'll get some beef so we can cook for dinner later on. But we're gonna bring them eggs on in the house. I'm gonna cook you some eggs, some grits, some biscuits, homemade biscuits on top of that. Oh, first we got to milk the cow to get the milk for the biscuit though. We're gonna do all that. I said, boy, that's gonna be a fun Saturday morning.
Okay. Contestant.
I want to know who would he have chosen. You want to know who would you have chosen?
Number 3.
Contestant number 1.
Good evening and welcome back to Memphis Actors Talking About. And I have with me Mr. Daniel Martine. Mr. Martine teaches improvisation here in Memphis, Tennessee, and he's also an actor, a former television actor. Hello, Mr. Martine. Welcome to the show.
Hi, you can call me Daniel.
Hello. Well, okay, Daniel. What do you think about what happened? I mean, what we just saw just happened.
The dating game scenario
Yes,
was great. It was very clear that each actor had a certain character they were playing, and they were very clearly delineated between one and the other. It was excellent, very entertaining. They did their jobs well. They portrayed the characters.
And that is improvisation. So tell the audience, what is improvisation?
Well, improv is a tool that especially stage actors are trained to use early on in their careers to be able to find the depth of a character. And improv means You know, that what you're doing, you get a scenario and you think about it for a couple minutes and work with another actor, and everything that you do is improvised. There's no script, you know, no dialogue. It all comes from you, the actor.
And why is it as actors that we need this type of skill?
There's a number of reasons. The most important reasons are, and most important, it helps you find the character you're trying to portray.
Help us find the character, no
Right.
matter what that character is.
It does. By improvising with another actor, you can find levels and subtext and ideas that you might not ordinarily think about when you're just learning the script. The other thing that is important to do with improv, especially if you're going into film and television, is that oftentimes when you're working with a director who may like your choice that you made on camera the first or second take, may say, well, look, maybe I need another version, another take from you, doing something different. Well, you have to have the ability, the chops, we call it, the chops to be able to give the director another take on the character rather than the original choice that you made.
And how long have you been teaching improvisation here in Memphis?
Well, I don't just teach improvisation, that's part of my class. It's called Master Acting Class.
Yeah.
And I teach improv, is how I start off every class, and my students will tell you, because it helps them warm up before we get to do some of the other things we're doing. But not only do we do improv, we also do script breakdowns for deep scene study. We also do classes that help actors audition.
Yes.
Okay, cold reading.
Yes.
And then we also, I also talk to them about the business, which is a very important part of an actor's career. If they don't understand the business, it might be difficult for them to get ahead.
Yeah. Now, there are some different type of styles, some different type of techniques, and different type of exercises we can do to strengthen our improvisation skills. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, there's different schools of acting. Of course, there's the very famous method acting, which started with method. Yeah, I'm not a method fan.
I love it.
Well, some people do, some people don't. But there's certain things about method I like sense memory.
Yes.
Yeah, but there are many other styles. Sandy Meisner, there's the Meisner technique, which used to be method. I studied with Uta Hagen in the old days. Julie Bavasso. She was more of a realist. You know, the British worked from the outside in, unlike the Americans. They put on their costumes, because I've worked with Royal Shakespearean actors before, and they work a little bit different than American actors.
They're more exaggerated, though, aren't they?
No, I wouldn't say that. Why would you say that?
Just because more exaggerated stage.
Well, stage must be more exaggerated, as opposed to on camera work. On stage, you have to appeal and have to be able to. The person in the last row of the audience has to know what you're doing. So you exaggerate your voice, project your voice differently. You exaggerate the movements. On film, the camera, you can't do that. Everything's much more contained, smaller. I mean, the camera can see the flick of an eye, and that can tell you everything. It's not possible on stage.
What do you like, that stage, or do you like film?
Probably every actor, 90% of the actors would say they prefer stage, because really it feels like you're being a real actor. You learn an entire piece. You're on stage for 2 hours. You're in front of a live audience. I mean, that's fabulous.
Yes, it is.
Doing a film, a whole nother kind of ball game. A whole nother kind of ball game. You're with a small crew of people. You're on camera, and you have to make magic in front of that camera, in front of kind of a hard-bitten crew, no audience. It's tough.
Yeah. So you've done some work in film. Can you tell us some of the things that you've done?
Yeah, I've been in, 12, 13, 14 films, over 25 television shows as a guest star, featured actor, or lead, depending on the size of the movie. I've been in movies like Cage. I was in Pretty Woman, though most of my stuff got cut out. That's a long story, And I've done many television shows like Hunter. I've done Hunter twice. The Equalizer, Young Riders. Oh my goodness.
Get to my favorite one.
Yeah. Okay. So I also spent almost a year and a half on a soap opera called Santa Barbara.
I love soap opera. I love and respect. I respect what they do. The reason why I respect what they do, and Jessica, where's Jessica? Jessica somewhere. She probably, because they have a script every day. Every day they have a script with new words and new lines and new blocking. Every day you got to. It's a flip of the hat every day. Right. And sometimes when I watch the soap opera stars, Mr. Martine, I watch them and I'm looking, I'm like, how do they do that? How do they memorize this?
I'm going to tell you how.
And I know some of it is...
There's usually 4 or 5 cameras that they use in every scene. unless it's on location. But inside the studio for the sets, beside, either below or beside each camera is a teleprompter.
It's a teleprompter.
And if you notice, sometimes they'll be looking at the actor in a close scene or a romantic scene, and you see their eyes drift over to the left or to the right. They're looking at the teleprompter.
And I'll be looking at the soap operas just to see them. I'll be studying them just to see if their eyes will look at the.
And they do. They're very. You can sort of. It's a skill you can develop.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes they give us a script ahead of time.
Yes.
But a crew of writers, there's anywhere from 8 to 20 writers working on a soap opera.
Right.
And so one crew's writing this storyline, another crew's writing that storyline, another crew's writing this storyline, and they change it. And sometimes you walk in and you know your script cold, and they give you pages. You come in and makeup, and they give you pages like, and I said, what's this? Oh, this is new pages. Thank you. So now you're getting ready to shoot in an hour, and you got to memorize your lines.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think it's just wonderful, fascinating. I love it. I love it. Anyway, we got some actors here, and we're going to be doing some exercises, right?
Yes, we're going to be doing several different kind of exercises in terms of improv. And improv is what's key about improv, more so than even scripted material, is that an actor who always has to listen to another actor. That's crucial. But you really have to listen to what the other actor's saying, because you have no idea in an improv what's going to come out of the other actor's mouth. So that's crucial. So that's something to watch for. And what I've done is I've created some scenarios, and we're going to get some actors up here to do this scenario. And we're going to start off with Sophia Livingston and Darius Newsome, who are both students of mine and are used to doing this. And their scenario is, and I need to put my glasses on to see this because I'm blind.
Do we want to tell the audience what their scenario, or do we just want them to do it?
You know what? Let's just do it. Let's just do it. So, you know what you're supposed to be doing. So, and remember the conflict, and start when you're ready.
Baby, remember that contract I was telling you about earlier? The one last week I was really excited about.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I got the contract. You know, that's going to put more food on our table, bring more money into the house. Just a little bit, but a little extra, you know?
Yeah. Congrats on that. Congratulations.
Is that all I get? A pat on the knee? Is that all I get?
Hey, I'm trying to watch the TV show. Come on.
What? Why can't you support me like I support you? Repeatedly. Why? Why can't you just support me one time?
Where's your remote?
Give me the damn remote. Listen to me for a change.
Listen to you.
Yes, listen to me for a change.
That's all I've been doing these last several months, listening to you.
How can you listen to me for several months and you're never home?
I'm always home.
You are never home. You're always traveling. I'm home alone. We don't have any children. I've asked you to have a child with me.
Okay.
What?
Okay, wait.
What are we doing?
Wait.
What are we doing?
What are we doing? What are you doing? Listen, I know who he is. Yeah. All this energy and flamboyancy, yeah, we're happy.
We are not happy. We have not been happy for a long time. A very long time. A very, very lonely long time.
Lonely.
Yes.
I've been lonely.
You haven't been here. I've been lonely.
Listen, I know who he is, and you don't even have to, listen, don't even try to portray that, okay? I know what's going on. I know what's going on. I know who he is.
Well, excuse you, but I don't recall denying anything.
Oh, so you just openly admit it? Oh.
Okay. Okay.
Well, don't you want to know why? Do you want to know why? I could tell you, although you probably wouldn't listen. And it doesn't matter, because our relationship is over. This marriage has been over a very long time, like you said, a very, very long time. Very, very long.
Cutscene.
Ah,
What did you think of that?
what'd you think of that?
Well, I thought they got to the conflict relatively quickly, a little bit differently than I painted the original storyline, but that's okay as long as they got to it. And I kind of like it that it was not so on the nail.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's better if you dance around
Yes.
the subject
Yes, I
and
do.
makes it more compelling, more interesting for the audience. It's fun to let the audience go in a place in their heads without
Right.
hitting them over the head with it.
Yeah.
That's what you did, and I liked it very much.
I feel like Sophia, you wanted to get up at one point. I
did.
But you can move. They can't move, can they, Daniel?
Well, that's up to our camera people.
She said yes.
If you do get up and move, stay around the area.
Yeah.
And also remember to stay, another hint is move the chair back a little so that your face, about half the time your face was turned away from the camera.
And another thing is, your character, you say you've been known, and I'm like, what is it? What is it? What is it that you know? And I was trying to look for what was going on. Was she having an affair, or is that, and you know about it? Well, you might have come about it. But you did know what was going on, right?
Yeah, I mean, yes. I mean, it's all about the choices that he makes. I know how Darius works. He doesn't always hit the nail on the head. He dances around until he gets to that point. Every actor has his or her own style of working, and that's here you saw two different styles in front of you.
Oh, wow. Well, congratulations.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sophia and Darius. Next, we're going to bring up Brandi Gist and Chad Graham. Yeah, come on. Yeah, coming up on the camera. And let me tell you, they're going to be doing the same. They're going to be doing the same improv. Only we're going to see how their choices are different from the choices you just saw in Darius and Sophia. So this should be very interesting. So, okay, here we go. So we have Brandi and Chad Graham. Brandi Gist, Chad Graham. Okay, you know what to do. So give yourself a minute to get there, and let's go. What's on your mind? What's on your mind?
I just got off of work. I'm just really tired. I just want to chill out for a minute.
Look, I understand that. I know you've had a long day. But can we just take a minute to talk?
Yeah, okay, fine. Sure.
I just feel like we've been kind of going through the motions these last, gosh, I mean, we've lived together 5 months now. And for the last 2, it just feels like every day you're just coming home from work. You're maybe grabbing a bite to eat.
I mean, I work a lot. I have to make the money. Have you found a job yet? It's hard. It's hard. 60 hours a week is hard.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it, but there's nothing sticking right now.
Oh, okay. Well, until you find a job, I'm probably just going to be like this. I'm tired. I'm hungry.
I can feel the space between us. I mean, there's got to be something else. What do you do these 60 hours a week? I mean, do you go somewhere after work?
No, I just stay in my office and work. I just stare at my computer all day. What are you trying to say?
Well, you don't work 12 hours a day.
What are you trying to say? I work. What are you getting at?
I think you've been seeing someone else.
Okay. Yes. I've been seeing someone else. And you know, he pays attention to me. Since we've moved in together, You haven't taken me out on a date once. And he does. He makes me feel like a woman.
How long has this been going on?
2 months.
Jeez. I haven't taken you out because I haven't had the money. You know, I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for you.
Picnics, it's not hard.
Picnics?
Yeah.
You want me to take you on a picnic?
Sure, peanut butter and jelly. Napkins.
Well, you wouldn't talk to me if we did.
It's a thought that counts. It's a thought that counts.
Is this somebody from work?
It doesn't matter.
You know, it does. It does. I feel like if there's a third party in this relationship,
Fine, it's
I'd
Jeff.
like to.
It's Jeff. You know Jeff. It's Jeff.
Wait. You're talking about the guy that keeps the bag of Cheetos under his desk with the orange nails from crunching on his snacks all day long. That Jeff?
It's stressful. His job is stressful. I would stress you too.
Jeff.
His desk is very, very, very clean otherwise.
You've been seeing Jeff.
Yes. Yes.
You're not worried about getting cheddar in your hair?
Thank you. Yeah, okay. That's mature. That's mature. You know what? We moved in together 5 months ago, and I think it's time. Let's just, move on. It's time.
You know what? I mean, I'm not doing a three-person kind of thing. If that's what you need,
I think it's time for that.
Fine with me.
I think it's time for that.
I'm taking the dog.
What?
I'm taking the dog.
No. The dog always sleeps on my side of the bed. I named him Mopsy. He loves me.
He sleeps on your side of the bed, but whose socks does he curl up with when you get home from work?
Okay. All right. Well, I want that couch.
Take the couch.
Okay, I will. It's my nap couch. All right? No, I'm taking the dog. You can have anything else. This house is full of crap.
The dog's mine.
No. The dog is mine.
You get the couch, and you get Cheez-It Jeff.
Okay. All right. Where's your little stupid samurai swords? We'll just do a little Solomon thing, and we'll split the dog in half. You can keep the butt. You can keep the butt in. I'll keep the dog in the head.
Cutscene. All right, I knew we'd get the Bible in there somehow. No, that was excellent. Again, something to remember when you're doing improv on camera, make sure your face stays toward the camera. So if you're going to talk to her, and stand up, and when you stand up, don't lean over, don't slouch because she's down and you're up to try to reach her level. Stay standing straight. You lose power as an actor, and it looks uncomfortable, and the audience will notice uncomfortability in your movements, which is something that's very important. But overall, I thought it was well done. A younger couple.
Yeah.
It sounds like a lot of modern young couples today.
Yeah, and I like the subtext when she got to the dog. It's just the whole scene just transitioned because now it's like I'm taking this and you.
Right.
You really got into it, then got into the subtext of it.
Right. You got into a little bit of comedy there, which is a nice relief from a serious situation. Actually, I didn't really think that your relationship was all that serious.
Yeah.
People move in together for a variety of reasons nowadays, and it felt right to not like, let's say, The War of the Roses. Remember that movie?
Yes, sir, I do.
Yes, with Michael Douglas and Kathleen Turner.
Yes.
Wow, that was a wild movie, but I enjoyed it.
I thought it was going to turn into a War of the Roses. The way they were
fight over the dog.
And the couch and the sofa. How you guys feel about it?
Good. It's fun.
And it was nice to transition to comedy through there too, because high conflict scene, but you can take it a different approach.
In other words, what they did there, when you can often do this, is you can either change the conflict, or you can add another level of conflict, which he did, and the level of conflict that was added was more comedic, which took the improv into a different space, which often can work. When it doesn't, it falls flat, but that time it worked.
And that's the good thing about, what I like about improv is that you can go on and on and on as an actor.
You can,
and add layers to
but you try to cut it before it gets too boring. But,
okay.
Yeah, because it's hard. There's an actor in town, he used to be in my class, he could go on and on. Yes. Some of you in my class remember Marcus Santi. He now lives in Dallas. He could go and go and go and go and go and keep it interesting. It was amazing. I never seen anybody do it like that.
Is that a good thing though, to keep it going?
It can be, but typically not in camera and film, no.
Okay.
Usually, the rule of thumb is, in an improv and in a real well-scripted film, is that you get in somewhere toward the middle of a scene and you get out early. Yes. Let the audience, you know, use their imagination to figure out what's going on. In other words, you don't just knock on the door and you start the whole scene from the beginning. You get in somewhere in the middle of the scene and you get out early, and that works, and it keeps a certain pace going to the film. And good film scripts, again, different from stage scripts, where words are the métier, where images are the métier in film. Images help tell the story. The less dialogue, the better. That's why you get in early, get out, or get in late, get out early.
Let me ask you a question, Mr. Martine. You had told me earlier about how some of the auditions in New York where the director would have you to do straight improv. Just instead of, if you audition for a certain character, instead of auditioning for their character, they say, okay, well, let you create a scene for me. So, let the actor create, they give them a scenario and they have to just improv the whole scene for them in storytelling form.
Right, yeah, that happened to me in LA. Actually, although it happens in New York for stage, typically in stage A, you'll get the sides, you know, a part of the script. More often than not, in stage, in New York anyway, in Chicago, you're doing monologues in your audition.
Right.
Typically, and film, it started in the early 90s. To give you a quick short story, I was auditioning for Reservoir Dogs, the Quentin Tarantino film, the film that really broke him. And I was sent to the audition by Mary Beth Slater, Christian Slater's mother, who was a well-known casting director at the time. I went in, and Lawrence Bender, who was his producer, longtime producer, was in there with a camera. There were no sides. And I walked into the audition, and he said, before you slide, I just want to let you know that there are no sides. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you a scenario, and you sit down, and I'll give you a minute to think about it, and then you come up with a little monologue based on the scenario. I give you and just go. And I was like, really? Really? I hadn't done that in a long time. And so I ended up doing it. I got called back 4 times, which was nice. And but that story goes on, but we'll cut it there. More and more improv is going on, and again, as I tell you, on film and television, not so much in television because they move so quick in their setups, but in film, if the director has time to work with you, he may want to see another take from the actor, another choice that an actor can make, you know, which means you need to learn how to improv based, and this is improv on the script you have. Not improv with no script, but improv with script, doing something different with the script you already have.
It's going to require some quick thinking on your feet.
Right, exactly. That's what improv does.
Exactly, and that's why we are doing improv today on Memphis Actors Talking About. We're going to take a brief intermission. We'll be right back with some more improvisation exercises, and we'll be back with some more. Mr. Daniel Martine is here, and we got our actors is here, and we'll be right back in just a moment.
Next on Memphis Actors Talking About.
Yolanda, come on, we're sisters. We're better than this. What is the problem? It doesn't matter. She's in the hospital, and I have to get a phone call rush here from New York to find out that my mother has a heart problem.
Why is it that I can always have mama first or have something first, and then you gotta swoop in and take it?
What is it that you had first that I took from you?
Mark.
So much has happened. Okay. I think I am in love. What? Yes!
I met this nice man. Real tall. Got that chestnut skin. Real handsome in the face.
Okay.
He's here from New York. He's been here maybe about 5 years or so. And he works as one of those guys over at the newspaper, at the Commercial Appeal.
Sister, I think we dating the same person.
I don't think so.
Oh, I think so.
Tell me about your guy.
You just told me about my guy. And I met someone new.
Really?
Yeah, but he's special. How special is he? He's real special. And it's been really good. A long distance relationship has been challenging. I'm sure it has. I actually in a long distance relationship myself. Really? Yes. I actually had to go on a business trip to New York.
Bought me a drink, And that night, I ain't gonna lie,
No,
in
wait,
New
you
York,
in here. What's the name of the bar?
the name of the bar was Martini Bar. It's called the Martini Bar. And when I was sitting there, he actually bought me a martini, a dirty martini. And I ain't gonna lie, that night we got a little dirty. I know. What is your problem?
My boyfriend, Mark. Sweetie, I think we're dating the same person.
All right, honey. You know, this is date night. I'm looking forward to this.
Yes. I'm so glad. It's been a long time. I want to see a cute little chick flick.
What's that new movie? What they got out? You know, it's with the guy. He goes out to war.
War?
Yeah.
If you've liked what you've seen here today, please consider being a sponsor. Send email to sponsor@blackbutterflymedia.net. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and don't forget, like us on Facebook.